Hi there, my name is Lana, and I am the mother of a sweet boy, Kaysen, who was diagnosed with spinal muscular atrophy type 1 at the age of 8 months old. For Kaysen's diagnosis at around 4 months old, we'd realized that he was kind of really congested all the time and wasn't quite meeting the motor milestones. And we had kept taking him to the doctor, and he just kind of kept saying that he's just catching a cold after cold, and we'll start some physiotherapy to hopefully get him back on track with his milestones. And then it wasn't until around the 7.5 month mark that the doctor was actually listening to Kaysen's lungs, and he noticed his tongue was fasciculating, which is pretty much just twitching of the tongue. And that was a huge trigger for SMA and got the ball rolling to see a neurologist and get the testing done for spinal muscular atrophy. And 2 days after Kaysen's 8-month birthday, we got the phone call that would forever change our lives, that Kaysen was in fact diagnosed with spinal muscular atrophy type 1. It was a whirlwind. It's still kind of a whirlwind, but we are managing, and this is our new normal, and this is our life now. There is a drug called Spinraza. Kaysen was lucky enough to get that drug 2 weeks after he was diagnosed with SMA. We were the first people in Alberta to get the drug funded by the government. However, the process for it was not really known because it's never been done before. So luckily enough, Kaysen was given a compassion dose of Spinraza through the drug company Biogen. So 2 weeks to the day, Kaysen got his first dose of Spinraza. Spinraza is known to help stop the progression of the disease. In some cases, you'll see some gains. In other cases, it's just kind of to stop it. And with Spinraza, Kaysen is still alive. SMA is the #1 genetic killer of infants under the age of 2. And so for Spinraza, we're so lucky to have Kaysen still here with us today. There is a new drug called Zolgensma, and we today are fighting and asking for access to this drug. The Spinraza versus Zolgensma. Spinraza is an injection every 4 months into the spinal cord. So it's done through a lumbar puncture. There's a lot of risks with lumbar punctures. You can hit nerves. There's a lot of risks. And then as Kaysen gets a little bit older, there's a chance he could develop scoliosis, which would make injecting into the spinal cord a lot more difficult of a procedure and all that fun stuff. Zolgensma is a one-time IV infusion. Spinraza targets the backup gene, and Zolgensma targets the main gene. The price of Zolgensma in the US would approximately be about 22 injections of Spinraza. And let's say that Kaysen lives for a total of 50 years. That's just under $20 million. So with that being said, Canada has just submitted approval to Health Canada. And at the very, very best, it would not be in time for Kaysen. Kaysen turns 2 July 17th of this year. And according to the drug license, the medication has to be administered before the age of 2. Kaysen would qualify for this drug if he was under 2. And the drug company Novartis cannot set up individual compassion programs in each country. So the only way for Kaysen to get this medication, Zolgensma, would be Alberta Health to provide compassion funding. This is why we are appealing and asking Alberta Health to step in, provide funding while the drug is going through the approval process. We are confident that this drug will eventually be approved and paid for in Canada, but it's just not in time for Kaysen. And we know Alberta Health is also providing compassion funding for the life-saving and life-altering treatments for other circumstances. So for that, we are asking Alberta Health to make this extraordinary approval for Kaysen and our help and plea to get him Zolgensma. This is Kaysen. He is the most loving, sweet boy you will ever meet. This is my husband, Mark.
Hi.
And this is my stepson, Blake. Love it.
Please tell my baby Broski.
Thank you.